do you mean you couldn't find it? Oh.
Yelling at my computer like it's gonna do what I want now. Alright, I really gotta... What did I used to do with that? I used to put it on that thing. I just lost it. Went off to reap the corn. I cut a stout black thorn for to banish ghosts and goblins. A brand new pair of brogues to rattle all their dogs and frighten all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Blood began to boil. You went 10 for 10 with Nagila?
Huh?
I thought it was normal cards. Oh, it is Brawl. It is Brawl. I thought it was just not Brawl. Oh, wow. Really? Is it like Brawl Brawl or is it standard Brawl? Alright, let's see. I was really trying to lose games yesterday? Wow, that's toxic. Which one do I like the most? Just play Tifa and lose? Jill is boring. I don't want to do that. Oh, yeah, it's just the combo nonsense. But it's 100 cards. Blitz mulliganing is lame. Oh no, you don't have to because you're commander. I don't have any good decks for it. How's it read? I don't have any good decks for it. I can just play a new commander, and then that would be... And then I can assess it as if the midweek event is the only place that exists. Isn't that... Game, please. What about Ragavan? Ragavan with always Mox Ember. That feels busted. Can it kill Nagila? It has the tools. Cultivator Colossus. Rowan, Inti, Crucius combo. Hmm. I just envision a boatload of aggro and then it's boring. Yeah, you can copy it with Go-Go, but then you're mono blue, so you're not actually doing anything with Cascade. Oh, 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 hello. How you doing? There are no valid. Is it your turn or is it your opponent's turn? Oh my goodness. Yeah. What is that symbol? What are these? What is that symbol? I've never seen that little symbol next to people's names in YouTube chat. It's like a crown and then a number one next to it. And it says, oh wait, there's a question. Top fantasy leaderboard plays fantasy. You can try. Oh. Okay. Huh. Good to catch me live. Thanks for the great content. Well, thanks for watching. That means so much to me. Are we trying to win today? Well, we weren't doing so good yesterday. Well, Tina with the resub. Welcome back. I don't know why streamers say welcome back when people resub. Unless they left. But nobody ever leaves me. Okay, I think Chromox is going to be our 0. We're going full sweat. We're going to be as sweaty as possible that doesn't involve a combo. So this is our 0. Literal max sweat. This will get Chromox, that will get Chromox. This will, that will, that will. This will. Moltender will probably make the cut. We'll see. Most likely. Tameo is a weird one. Tameo is a weird one. Rapid growth, rapid growth, rapid growth, rapid growth. Brainstorm makes sense. Yeah, brainstorm's fine. And off to reap the corn. I cut a stout blackthorn for 2 Spanish ghosts and goblins. A brand new pair of rocks to rattle on the rock. No Minotithe. Swords. And frighten all the dogs on the rocky road to Dublin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hunt there and rang down the rocky road and all the to Dublin. Fuck for all it all. Meow 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 meow. Sweepers will be something I don't know if I want to start with those. It's actually been so long since I played Golos, I forgot what it does. Or I mean what it looks like, not what it does. No counter spells. Except Tybalt's Trickery, but it doesn't seem productive to me. I have played Mono Green Golos. I've done that before. Memory Deluge doesn't work. Tragic. What about this? If I can get to it. Commandeer? I think we're commandeering. I'm gonna need more blue cards, but I think so. Dark Ritual's fine. Discard spells. Could be. It could just end the game. That could happen. Reanimate doesn't have anything spicy yet. The Cascade thing definitely changes how you build this. That's fine. I don't want Arena. Soul Shatter's weird. Technically Toxic Deluge. Yeah, yesterday wasn't my finest hour. I was sober as a whistle, I swear. Not a drop of vodka, and I was just doing everything in my power to look like I've never played Magic. Cruelty is cool. Cruelty. Breach hasn't... not looking right. Let's see, what are we lightning bolting? I don't know. I don't think Stone Rain's happening in time. I don't think most decks even care. Oh wow, this is not looking good. Shoot. Maybe extra turns are fine. Removal is fine. I don't know how much, like... Please? What's the... I said duple. What's the card that, like... Oh, come on. No, it's an X spell. I can't do that. That's an X spell. I can't do that. Casualties of War. Duress. Spot removal. Like bitter thing. Oh boy. There is serious thunder and lightning outside, so if the stream goes out, just know that the stream went out. We're about to land last with Golos. Planeswalkers like Jace. We can run Planeswalkers so we can then run Sweepers. Oh, this is good. That's good. That's good. This is fine. I actually kind of like this Teferi in this situation as well. Yeah, this makes sense. Nissa, maybe. This is a 7 always on Cascade. Correction, it is an 8. No, it's a 7 all the time, even if you pay 5. Teferi looks kind of not at its best here. Maybe it's still fine. Is this the next spell? Whenever you next cast. Alright, it's not like the remaining stuff. What's the other 3-mana board wipe? Can't cast. I didn't even know this was banned. Is it banned in this format? Oh, it's banned in the format. Oh, they knew. They knew. Wow, they were... Wait a minute. Hold on. You mean to tell me they went this out of their way to make sure you couldn't do stuff like this in this midweek thing, but you can't ban Mana Drain? This thing is here for 3 days and you put this much thought into it? Look at this. This is huge. Bruh. Silence effects? Why? You stop one spell and not both of them because they still get to cast something. You just stop the cascade spell. What is that? I don't think that matters. Well, it does matter if we're against like 55 bajillion zillion combo decks that want like to Tybalt's spaghetti noodles. But this is a terrible thing to hit on my cascade. And it's kind of bad because it doesn't stop your opponent's first spell. Yeah, it is kind of weird. They banned all the Cascade hate, but then they didn't ban Tybalt's trickery, so they just want everyone to get away with it, I guess. They just You're just allowed to get away with it. We're not going to play Cavern. There's not really a reason to. If someone counters... If I get mana drained in Cascade, I'll be impressed. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so there goes that. Then what's the artifact that says something about mana? Vexing Bauble is actually legal. So they either missed this one or I don't know. It's here. There it is. You can just play this. I think I will. They didn't ban this one. I wonder why. Probably because it's symmetrical. Does that ruin us? Not really. No, not really. This one works too. Triple blue. Well, I mean, yeah, that works. It's pretty steep. It's pretty expensive for what it does. Is there anything else? Creatures have flash. I don't know. I don't own it either. I don't envision myself playing that as a commander anytime soon either. Yeah, we're going to pass on that one. But that is another one that works. Eldrazi. I don't think a giant expensive creature is really doing much. Okay. Cost less. Ride's End. What is Ride's End? Yeah, Ride's End's fine. This isn't reliable, but it's okay. I'm alright with, like, just putting these in here. There's always the chance they get, like, really stupid. Tolarian Terror probably has enough spells. What is it hitting? No, I don't really care. Delve is okay. Evolve? No, Evoke. Oh wait, no, it's not normally Evoke, is it? Yeah, this works. Thus by extension, so does that one. I don't think we're a Grief Enjoyer. Actually, we probably should be a Grief Enjoyer, so we don't lose turn 1 to Tybalt's. Although that doesn't reliably work, does it? No, it doesn't. Whatever, it's a free spell. Could have swore I owned Subtlety. I don't normally see all of the cards in the same pile because I don't normally play 5 colored decks. Who knows? If you know what the matchup is, you can just play this, and if you don't want to, and if you hit it with Cascade, you can also just get rid of it. I think this is fine. Yeah, you can get rid of it whenever you want. I'm somewhat surprised it's legal. Does Unwanted Remake work? Up the Beanstalk? Sure. This is definitely a Beans deck. Alright, what are we looking at right now? Teferi I don't like too much. Actually, yeah, no, it's not Teferi. No Teferi. Yeah, Subtlety. Well, rip. Cruelty is slow, and I don't know what it's doing. What are we doing at 5 mana with Cruelty? Not really anything. It'll be an interesting thought experiment to see how few win conditions I need, because I think a lot of people will just concede. So once you've like stabilized or something, they're just over it. But we might want sweepers anyways. Here comes the fun part with Golos, the lands. All right. All Triome. Nope, no E. No E. What are we missing? We have 1 red card. Can I eliminate red entirely? I can, and I will. That makes things easier by quite a large metric. Alright. Still think we're better than Atraxa, but who knows. Don't need really any mountains. And Sultai will be the... No, that doesn't. Blue, green, red? Yeah. Blue, green, red. That's the Teamer one. Boop. There's the red one. Nope, not the Jun one. Oh, that's not Jun. That's... No, yeah, that's Jun. Nope. Okay. That works. Yeah, I can get around the uncounterable clause there. It doesn't even recommend the first mountain. That's funny. There is no reason to play a basic mountain, as far as I'm concerned, at least. Other than it looks cool. Shocklands, all Shocklands except the red ones. Yeah, pay 23 life. That would really balance out the Shocklands, huh? For the rest of the land cycles, can just do the green ones. I don't need... Actually, hold on. How many basics are left? Yeah, maybe we're set in that. Maybe I don't even want any more. No, I could easily take an island out. Oop. Trust the auto thing for a bit. Tymna and Thrasios? Well, I don't own them. And I, why would I do that? Oh yeah. Oh, it's a mythic. Rip. I didn't even know this was Thrasios. I did not know that. Bro, I don't want to play with these arts, please. It's not this one. I don't like this one. This one's okay, I guess. I don't know what's going on, but that one looks cool. This is like a PlayStation 2 thing. I didn't grow up with a PlayStation 2. Couldn't afford that stuff. You kidding me? No, I don't. I would not play these in this event. I would not play these. Your opponent's going to just not ever care that you did either of those, I feel. Forage. Yeah, what's the thing? Traverse Valley's really good. I guess Arcane Signet? Oh, it's almost 4th of July. We'll you know, we're almost there. I would probably play Atraxa before I play that, but I mean Golos doesn't need much of an introduction, now does it? Alright, we were still looking at cost less cards. Oh, there's another one. I didn't see that one. These are all just solid. Well, what about this one? For each attacking creature. Okay, sure. When it enters, exile target artifact or creature your opponent controls. Sure. Oh yeah, this one. This one won me the Ixalan draft thing. I had like 4 of these in my deck and exiled everything and won. Actually, I think I had like 6. I'm gonna be real. I took all of them. What's the... Is it This Town Ain't Big Enough? Is that what I'm thinking of? Okay. Yeah, let's start there. Wait, what? Why is it... What? Oh, the bobble. No! I just took out a... I hate stuff. I took out the actual important triumph. Do I even need the red triumph? Why do I even think I need that? What do I need that for? What is it doing? Okay, I don't need this. That was an oversight. I don't need... I think that was it. Yeah, that was the only one. Okay. I don't need the Temur Triumph. I don't know why I'm thinking about that. I don't know why I feel like I need that. I did not put Command Tower in here. That's free, right? Bloop. Alright, there we go. Why is it invalid? Did I not craft the stupid bauble still? Are we struggling? Correct. There we go. Alright. Does it have a bracket system? Probably. I think the other Tier 1 commanders aren't trying to Tybalt's trickery, though, right? A mono blue deck? We're about to go to school. How do you do this? How do you do... How does it do things? I would keep it just for this, but I don't really think I'm going to do that, so I'm not. Alright, it got a little bit worse, but it got a little also better in some kind of way. Alright. I'm going to mulligan this, because we have a mistake we have to fix later, and I don't want to say what it is out loud, because then I'd admit defeat. So let's do this. Let's get Chrome Mox. Exile Inquisition. Let's cast cards. I'm starting to... Oh! We hit duress! Okay, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? What are we doing? Oh, it's a combo deck! No! Please! So it just does something on turn 4. Can I impede it? It can auto-lose if it draws a combo piece on accident as well? I currently have nothing in hand that would mess it up. Reanimate. Alright, I guess I'm not doing that. I can't spin into anything serious. But we have outs. We have outs. It's looking like maybe I'm going to want to put more in my deck, though. That's not it. Spinning Golos is not the greatest thing to do. But it's the only thing I can do? No, no, no. Brainstorm it is. Wait, no, we do this first. We do this first. Okay, we didn't find anything. Casualties of War actually would have gotten there, though. It would have gotten there. Alright, what's the combo? What's mono blue? What do you do? Yep. You find Treasure Hunt, which draws your whole deck. And then you just plus Jason die. Alright. Pretty straightforward. Pretty straightforward. I needed one of the cards that interacted, and I didn't have it. But they are in the deck. As much as Wizards doesn't want us to run any, we do get to run some of them. This is Cascade, so the first spell you cast each turn comes with a free spell out of your deck. And you can stack your deck so you always, like, there's only one spell to get and have a combo. Into the North is going to come out, because I refuse to play Snowlands. I forgot about that. And what else do we have for, like, legitimate disruption that's not a counterspell? Reprieve is okay. Reprieve is okay. I think. Because it doesn't, like, counter your card, but it effectively does the same thing towards the opponent's side. And, yeah, discard is not going to stop a combo. I feel like maybe discard's just the wrong angle. Reanimate's also not productive. Okay. Learning. The free spell you get is 1 mana cheaper than the spell you cast. You cast a 3-drop. You start exiling from the top until you cast something that costs less than 3. It doesn't have to be a 2. It can be a 1 or a 0. I'm not really incentivized to run another 0. I don't care about that. Is Jace the best thing? Probably not. I think there's a 3-mana one. Pretty sure there's a 3-mana combo deck. You don't have to do a 4-mana one. It's the... yeah. But it's something Tibalt Trickery related, I would argue. Hmm. Spell Pierce? Spell Pierce is not likely to get hit. If it's in my hand, it... Like, if I Spell Pierce my opponent's combo... Okay. It might actually be fine to run some counter spells, and they can just be Spell Pierce. I don't have to mana drain. Because I think people, if you're playing a combo deck and I mana drain, I don't get the mana anyways. It's over. They can't win. It's done. So, 1-mana counter spells are fine. Like, Mana Tithe just gets them, right? It just, like... It just gets them. But again, you're not cascading with it, but I don't think you really care. Miscast stops all of the combos that I'm aware of in my head right now, so that one works as well. All the 1-mana ones are fine. Wash Away does not reliably do anything if their commander's not part of the combo. Unless they want to Tibalt's Trickery their commando, and then this actually does work. Which I suppose is going to happen, so yeah, that actually does work with Tibalt's. Grave Expectations? Oh. Oh. Oh no. Oh no, what have you done? Oh, that's the only one. Oh wait, oh, there's a 2-mana one. Okay, we have 2. What about you? A little too slow. Wait, this is Golos. Immersion Ultimatum. This is the Cascade format thing? Why are we Immersion Ultimatuming? This doesn't look like it was built for what we're currently doing. Unless... Wait. No, I don't get it. Oh yeah, assemble the team. Yeah, Washway does hit Cascade spells. No, we're playing Brawl, but it's the midweek thing with the stuff. Wandering Emperor doesn't actually work as much as I thought. I still like Commandeer, can think about more blue spells. We did add a red card, Problems. I took out the red fetch. This is uncastable. Can that easily be remedied? I don't think so, actually. No, I don't think so. Could add 1 mountain to find, but then if I don't get it, it's like rip. I don't think we're going to take our... No, but the thing is, this card, full stop, legitimately ends the game if they're a combo deck. So I should probably not take that out. And I should actually accommodate it. I think it went to just being one of the best cards in the deck immediately. Yeah, we're going to run a red Okay, we have one. We accidentally had one. I didn't even want the Grixis one. So that will be the Teamer one. There we go. Good enough for me. Yeah, the Golos list is, this just looks like normal Golos. Looks almost exactly like something I've played multiple times in the past. It's my most played commander on paper. I can put the Grixis one in. I can put any one I want. I just want to put the best one in. Bobble is bad? Why are we thinking Bobble? What? Why is this bad? How is this bad? I can get rid of it when I don't want it. I don't have to play it unless I want to. If it's my Cascade hit, I can just sit there and then my opponent doesn't have a Cascade and then it gets back to me and then I crack it. Like, this is... There's no downsides. There are no downsides. You can get rid of it if you're done with it. It stops combo decks turn 1. You can win the game on turn 1 with this. Maybe we have too many of these. And what's the weird one? The... Oh, I didn't put in the weird one. Rip. Okay. This is the one that just costs 1 more, right? This costs 3 to cast. These ones are 2. Let's not run that one, actually. Maybe 5-minute Jace is asking too much. I think it is. Okay. Yeah, no Hell Q today. Alright. I think I'm got a pretty good hedge against combo. So we'll see if when it happens again and stuff. I don't think every opponent's gonna be that, but we'll see. Turn 1 Vexing Bobble? Sure. Who plays a better honest game? Yuna or Golos? I'm gonna say Golos, but who knows. If they have a 1-drop, maybe not. Maybe it's too late. That ain't a 1-drop. Alright, let's Chrome Mox away Traverse? Could Chrome Mox away Rampant Growth. No, that's weird. Yeah, just Traverse. See, look at that. Look at that. Turn 1, it's even better on turn 1, because now I can just get rid of it when I'm done with it. Oh, my opponent has the best card in their deck. That's nice. Sure. So, Rampant Growth. Yeah. Get an island? No, get a plains. Play this. So I have... Oh, they can't cast their commander anyways, but I would have had the thing. The card goes to the bottom, right? It doesn't just sit on top. They are casting things. They're not declining the cast. They're just letting things get countered. Maybe not necessary? I don't know. I could have done the same thing because I have Delve spells. You just let it go to the graveyard. I think Swords Plowshare is a reasonable draw, though. If they put enchantments in the graveyard, which I'm sure they will, this actually doesn't care, which is a bit problematic. I do not have Teferi next turn. Smothering Tithe. What? Okay. So the Temur Triome. Okay, let's play you. Whenever you cast an enchantment, yeah, we're gonna kill this. I feel like I'm favored with a honest game like this. I will just put this to graveyard. We have something that cares about the graveyard now, so that makes sense. Alright, Vexing Bauble. Keeping the game honest. We're playing real Brawl when this is in play, aren't we? We actually are playing normal Brawl. I don't think I care about Smothering Tithe. That is, I can't cast it anyways, but if I could, or counter it, I don't think I would. I feel like that's just completely fine. Toxic Deluge. Not as fine. We just let them have their stuff. And I have hedge against their commander, so I will cast this to the graveyard with you. Any land at all ever is fine. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. Well, as long as it's blue, so I guess it kind of matters. No enchantment in the graveyard. They finally found an enchantment. They said no! Oh, Sithis. Right, never mind. I was like, wait, they said no to their one enchantment. So, draw. I guess I'm not paying for that. Play a land. I can spin Golos, which doesn't work here. It doesn't work here. So, extra turn is weird. Just play Toxic Deluge for 5? Because Golos dying doesn't ever matter. I can't spin it anyways. It doesn't matter. It's not a combo deck. Yeah, to the graveyard. To the graveyard, I believe. Keep that in the graveyard? I don't need it for this, so no. This doesn't do anything. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna wait. Why did they not cast their commander? That is really weird. I feel like this is not what I do first here. This is very strange. Mystery Village? Yeah, we could make our stuff... Well, that doesn't stop the free spell. No, that doesn't work at all. Reliquary Tower? What are you doing over there? That's weird. That can stay in the deck. No, I think I'm gonna keep the wash away. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Not gonna do that. I guess I'd rather not draw that. I'll crack the bauble when I go to spin Golos. Yeah, we have problems though. Oh boy. I'm not drawing anything good. I think one or two more Planeswalkers is definitely a good idea to put in this deck right now. Okay. What? I got nothing. Well, that got played. I've never seen this in play before. Can't imagine I'm gonna run Farewell because of it. Oh, it's on Enter, it's not on Cast. Wow, that was probably one of the best enchantments to possibly have there. Alright, well, I'm just over it. That was insane. That was completely insane. Yeah, alright. Just maybe one or two more Planeswalkers so I can do stuff. I didn't expect Smothering Tithe to matter, but apparently, of course it matters. Alright, well that person was playing 9-drops, so I'm kind of off Null Drifter and Mole Drifter, actually. Probably, yeah, which one's only, they're all creatures, right? Except that one. Alright. More removal is fine. Like I said, sweepers are okay. We can easily put, like, Farewell in here. Suppose I will. At least put Farewell. At the very least. We do have River's Rebuke. I don't know about Cyclonic Rift. That one might be a little weird. I thought it was it's only, what are we talking about? The next spell you cast this turn can't be countered. Oh, so if you just respond to the first spell and then boop, okay, I guess that works. I guess it works. We could just replace an island. There we go. Sometimes it'll happen. It's a good Golos hit. I can always get it with Golos, so it's okay. If I get the mana for it, yeah, I can skip the Cascade. The bobble issues. That'd be really funny. The value would be like through the roof. It's like every spell, I'm getting a spell my opponent isn't. That's funny. We had a build your own whatever they banned. Yeah, these things. The Blue Season. Draw a bajillion. Copy stuff. Yeah. I like everything it's doing. It's a good Golos hit, too. I don't have the nuclear bombs that Golos likes to play. But, again, I think there's... We could probably run, like, instead of Commandeer, let's just try something else. that like wins against things that aren't combo. What's like just some giant dumb Eldrazi? You can kind of you can do whatever you want when you're playing Golos. This can actually hit your opponent's combo piece. Yeah, let's try that one. Who doesn't like new Lamog? New Lamog, I mean. Yeah, Kaimil is also okay. I don't really give that card a lot of like whatever, but it works with the bobble. I'm not upset with that. I think that's reasonable. Just try it. It's fine. I think the random cards it spins into don't destroy my soul, so. Tamiyo maybe overdue for a removal of the deck. Teferi. Well, it looked pretty ugly because of the Smothering Tithe, but I think it's still fine. Let's just not run Teferi. I think that's kind of on the weaker end of things, so. Let's try that. Alright, we're slowly going to add more and more nuclear bombs to the deck until we're just normal Golos. You don't like Bolt Tender? Well, I do. You have infinite fetch lands. Okay, that's the diamond weapon. That's just what that is. My opponent's just... That's the diamond weapon. I've never played against this before. So, Jund? Nope, there is no Jund. Teamer? Nope, anything that's not blue. Okay, well, it's a diamond weapon. I'm going to keep it. Do we have Mox? Yeah, I don't. I'm not going to turn one heist. What should I expect? Alright, so... Green... Blue... White... Bam. We did it. Farseek, that is a potentially really good draw. We'll see what the Cascade hits, though. Minotithe. Alright, tragic. Do I cast it? Nope, there's no feasible way to cast it. Of course, first spell I hit. Esper? Sure. Well, our first Cascade hit our Spell Pierce. I mean, Minotithe. Because of course it did. Infinite Minodorks, but nope. No, sir, not allowed. Swords of Plowshares, nope. Dark Ritual, nope. What does this do? If damage you dealt to this creature, prevent it. Alright, that is weird, I've never seen that. Opponent's playing a lot of weird stuff, actually. Cost less for each permanent in your graveyard. Alright, so opponent's asking the questions. They're asking the questions. Let's see. Both of these are instant, both are castable. So we're going to shock ourselves. I could have done this maybe second. Yeah, I didn't have to do it in this order. But I did. Let's get rid of this and see what happens. And then pass. You can play, yeah, you can play all the Giver of Runes and Mox. Cloud probably works pretty reliably here. Dealt damage. Dealt damage, alright. Cascade on your opponent's turn is nuts. Bro! There's... What is... Come on! Oh my goodness. Please. Please, please, please. I'll get rid of that. There's so few of that thing in my deck. There's like, what, 7 cards? Come on. Come on, bro. Rah. Alright, well, I don't care about the board right now. Can turn Cultivator into a land. Is that better than just casting Dig through time? I'm not dead. Yeah, we can take our time here, I think. We're going to take our time here. We can think about Uro. Uro's a solid card. I think it's just universal enough. Pock is also very, very, very solid. With fetch lands, which we got. So, Vexing Bauble, do we want to play that now? I think we do, right? One would say yes to this. It's kind of lame cracking a fetch land right now, but I mean, Bauble just stops the opponent from playing the game, so. Oh, I was confused why I wasn't seeing forests, because I can't get the forest. Alright, Bauble. Get in there. I'm hoping they cast their commander. Oh, they're over it. Alright. They could have just... Wait a minute. Couldn't they have just cast their commander? 1 less for each permanent in your graveyard. 1, 2, 3. So it cost, 6? They could have just cast their commander. It is an 8/8. If I crack this fetch land, this becomes an 8/8. Intoxic Deluge trades. So I'd actually have to play another land. Oh, which I got. Well, I have here. Okay, so we're good. Yeah. That's an interesting concession. I felt like my opponent was in exactly where they want to be. Well, on the bright side, whiffing the Cascade triggers didn't matter. When you have a pile of the best cards in the game, mostly green, I guess it doesn't matter. Oh, that was our first win? Yikes. Not a good look. Oh, to be fair, we've only played 3 games, so... Someone didn't take Bauble. The lack of respect. The lack of respect. We can turn casualties into something. Is Thassa a combo deck? I truly have no idea. I think we're going to turn this... Ooh, there's a lot of things we can do. There's a lot of things we can do, but we are going to do them. So this is going to be black. We Mox the... Alright, risking it for the biscuit here. So green, black, white, blue, red. Can do whatever I want here. Which is more green. Are we combo? Oh. Okay. That. You know, you can do that. By all means, opponent. I'm okay with that. I feel like that's... Well, my opponent's scryed 2 on top. That's not good. Farseek. Stop manually spending the mana. Oh my... Or automatically, I mean. Hey, we got the forage because my opponent milled me for some reason. And I just play Birds of Paradise. And I'm not convinced I have to leave up silence by hosing myself, so I just won't do that. Alright, my opponent just zip-lined through their turn. Let's play this. We have no recourse to a counterspell, but we still get a free spell, so why do we care about anything? Alright, yep, there we go. It wasn't a combo deck, and I'm not it scryed 2 on top, zipped past its turn, and didn't do anything. So I have no idea. That is the weirdest, like, sequence of things. This is also a bit strange to me, but when you're not a combo deck, you're probably going to want to impede the mana out of the Golos deck. So it makes sense, right? We're just not upset to see that, really. It feels like you're getting a bit blown out, but what did I exile? Casualties? Yeah, like, it's not... That's not too big of a deal. I'd rather just have access to these. And who knows? There's a pretty good chance both of them mattered. Alright. Well, they concede it rather quickly, so... Having an understanding when you're losing is sometimes something new players might not be familiar with. But yeah, you're right. Usually newer players don't concede that quickly, though. That's very, actually uncommon. Alright, Ujin is definitely not a combo deck. And Golos is colorless, so you can taste the pain, opponent. You can taste the pain. I can probably get rid of Grave Expectations. I can also get rid of River's Rebuke. Swords, I can do whatever I want here, actually. Sword seems like the least likely relevant one, so... Bloop. What does this do at 1 mana? Oh. What? End of turn. Huh? Okay. Let's get... I mean, this is a game where Mishra's Bauble would be nice, but I'd have to play it. What? What? What is happening? What? Alright, this is not real Ujin. This is like insanity Ujin. Pretty cool. I think I'm playing this. I should play this as soon as possible because it's not like super reliable. Because Ujin exists. And I will not blow up my opponent's Guardian Isle as much as I would like to. I'm not going to do that. I've never seen someone cast Karn before. Okay. That's pretty cool. That was neat. I liked it. I'll pay 2 life. 3, whatever. You know what I mean. And play the River's Rebuke. Preferably off the not thing. Yeah, this is fine. That's fine. I think I'm still gonna heist, actually. Yeah, we're just gonna heist. It's an instant. I can do it on my opponent's turn. There's no reason to. I mean, it's just... There's no reason. There's no reason. But I just want to make sure I don't spend my Cascade to do it, so... Either do it now or the second spell next turn. I kind of want to keep the treasure in play, though. I don't think I'm heisting anything that I'm actually going to wind up casting. This is not an artifact. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we're at Golos. I mean, we're at whatchamacallit. This turn here. Alright, well, it looks like they're doing crazy things, but they're not really doing crazy things. It's just kind of like this. Alright, sure. The colorless beatdown in Ujin is pretty neat. I'd never seen that before. I can draw again. Spell Pierce is really good. It's also just a nice thing to not have get in the way of my thing. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So if they draw a land, it doesn't matter. But it probably still makes sense to just blow one of these up. Because it's not like it won't be relevant even if I, like, don't stop them from casting Ujin. But the main thing is Ujin doesn't deal with Golos, so... Alright, that will hit this, I guess. The occasion is the midweek brawl. We could get the village, but the world tree is safe. There are no serious downsides to this, I don't think. Tap you and you. Oh yeah, I use a new forest art now. I'm not interested in attacking, so I'm not going to. Did we draw the land? Probably should stop drawing cards too with the thing. Alright, opponent did not draw a land. The next card was actually a land, that's funny. Alright, so we're gonna lose Nissa and then the tokens slowly. But I think I'm still in a fine position. And again, blowing up mana rocks is still valid. Still actually matters and does things. Oh no, they can Field of Ruin my world tree. That's actually kind of annoying. This has what now? Trample, Hexproof, Haste. Alright. Does it do anything else? Oh, I'm just gonna get rid of it. I mean, they can't give it 8 toughness. Or 9 toughness, I mean. They can give it 8 power, though. They wanted to probably crack the other map pre-combat. Yeah, now they're not getting both tokens. They could have done that with this. They didn't do that. A little bit of a missequence there. Not the biggest deal. Me having a 4/4 doesn't really change that much in this game. Alright, yeah, no reason to crack the fetch lands. We do have a black market that has text on it, so... I will blow up the Celestius. It's card selection, and again, mana is relevant in this. It's still doing things. So I'm not gonna spin Golos quite yet. Bro, didn't I take out Tamiyo? I thought I did. Guess I didn't. Fair enough. Alright, let's do this now. Deck of many things? That's cool. I want it. Give me that. I'm gonna spin it. Wait a minute, what does it do? I should actually read it more. Draw, return a card at random. So we lose if it rolls 0. Let's find out. What do we got? 9. What does that do? Alright. That was kind of lame. But I did it. It happened. You saw. Yeah, I can lose. We gave our opponent the option of winning out of nowhere. But it didn't happen. I was really looking to draw. That was kind of the main thing. They cannot pay for Spell Pierce, right? No, you gotta blow up the Nissa. You can blow up the Tamiyo too. Both are reasonable. Alright, we're gonna Spell Pierce that, because that makes sense to do. And this is why hitting the mana still mattered. Thought-Knot Seer. Alright, fortunately my hand doesn't do much. So that's cool. Yeah, it can also do cool stuff with it. We just didn't do it. Well, I mean, we got a Farseek. You know, that's... Who doesn't like a Farseek? Again, I'm not gonna pay stuff. We can probably just spin it again before we do Golos. Roll the dice. Okay. Really likes giving me mana. That's fine. Okay, what are you doing, Golos? Kind of signed myself up for that outcome, but still kind of funny. Oh, the next card was good. Of course it was. Whatever. Whatever. Not my fault. Does my opponent know my card? They do. Alright. This is a free attack. That's got Menace. Trade here is viable, so I'll send it. Have I drawn another card? No. I can actually flip it with the black market, but it still dies to Ujin, so I don't know where that gets me. And there's no reason to crack this now. Just not going to do that. Alright. Dragon map. Alright, they cascade into mana all the same. I mean, it doesn't... Yeah, it's if I spun Golos and got a 3-mana ramp spell instead of a 1-mana ramp spell, it's the same outcome like my opponent just had. I don't think the fact that they cost 1 matters. It's just ramp in general. But the 2... I mean, it doesn't matter. 3 Llanowars is... You would just take that. It's the lands that I hit that was kind of sad. I had 2 lands in there. Kind of miserable. But we can go again next turn. No big deal. Yeah, it's the cascade thing. It's an interesting spot for the map. I probably would have put it on the Thought-Knot Seer, but okay. It blocks the 4/4 all the same. If I should oh, you can't. There's no time. Yeah, it's not fast enough. But if I flip the Tamiyo, I can't then do anything too significant there. Alright, well, yeah, we're spinning. What we should do is roll this first, like we've been doing. Okay. Oh, look at that. Tamiyo flipped. I didn't intend for that to happen. But again, Ujin just takes care of it, so that doesn't really matter. Tolarian Terror is good, but let's spin here first. See what happens. Okay, well, Meditai's out of the deck. Alright, Tolarian Terror, what do you got for me? That's good. So, land, creature, artifact. Creature. Oh no, artifact, I mean. That, and we can get rid of that. That seems pretty crucial to the opponent. Draw from Thought-Knot here. Can I stop my opponent from... No, I don't think so. Might as well cast this. And I can blow up something, but I probably want to blow up Ujin? Wait, Ujin costs 9. Can I just blow up a mana rock? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can. Alright, let's not let our opponent venture into the dungeon. Alright, so we actually do get to pick up another card with Golos. I mean, the Tamiyo if I minus it. I don't expect to race to the ultimate. I'm just gonna get value where I can get it. Null Elemental Blast. Come on! No! That's just dumb. Oh, that's so dumb. How dare you? It's like beyond toxic. Oh, that's the only card. That's the only card that does that. No. They could have, like, drew Meteor Golem, in all fairness. Alright, there's no reason to crack the treasures. Alright, Golos. Oh, wait, no. Again, we can start with the deck of many things. There's no... If I lose my hand, I don't care. So we're just gonna do that. Put a creature from any graveyard, battlefield, and dies, lose the game. Not when it gets exiled, though. Opponent, this game isn't over. Don't you leave. What do you... You just dealt with the Tamiyo. No. Please. We've gone so far. Come on. You're not even out of this game. I'm not even winning. I don't even have good attacks. My hand is terrible. I can lose with the deck? This isn't over. No! Oh. I wanted to keep going. This game was good. This is a good game, please. The content. Oh, we're saved. Oh, they're back. I've never wanted to have opponent not concede so much in my life. It's not clear who wins this. I rolled a 19, by the way. Pretty scary. This is okay to cast before I do anything else? Well, let's see what happens. I don't know. I'm not running any life gain I can think of. Holy lands. This doesn't trigger the Beanstalk anyways, but I guess the 4-minute spells. Huh? Reprieve! Yeah, sure. Why not? Take that. Play this. Play Beanstalk. I don't have to play Cultivator. Opponent could randomly draw Emrakul and win, I suppose. Can spin Golos again, actually. Should I? I'll hold that for next turn. Yeah, we'll spin Golos again. Again, the hand's not looking too great. Okay. Hey, Season of Weaving. Alright, so... Copy. Draw, draw, draw. I'm not going to mass bounce the board. I'm not going to mass bounce the board there. command tower, I guess? I think I'm at the point where I can start cycling the triomes if I find them. So let's bounce this in my Tolarian Terror. Could bounce Golos, actually. Could bounce the Beanstalk. Oh, I could just pick this up so I don't die to it. Hello? I'm being raided. Help. 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 Yeah, we'll cast this so I don't discard it. I have Farewell, so, I mean, I have a lot of good things next turn. Sort of. Not like the best things ever, but whatever. Cast that. And then discard a bunch of lands. And there is still no Ujin next turn, so I don't have to worry about that. We're down to 40 cards, though. Down to 40 cards. My opponent has the most hilarious chunk of blockers I've ever seen. Let's get rid of you, and you. If I get Emrakul, I guess it would be ideal to not have my opponent be able to fetch and shock my own cards. Oh no, chat. I got the text message. I have to get up for 3 minutes. I might have to... No, I'm not conceding this. I refuse. We are doing fine, just fine. I think they're going to concede when I exile all artifacts, though. Yeah, because I don't really lose anything. We'll see. I'm not going to spin the deck, though. I'm just going to take the value. I can exile graveyards, too, if I want. Yeah, it's too much. It's just too much. I'm just exiling all artifacts and stuff, and then... But, yeah, cool. Really cool. Alright, I'll be right back. Crack my clue? I should have cracked the clue, shouldn't I? It did tap the Chrome Box, at least. It did that right. That was a really cool game. I like that. Slow, grindy, and nonsensical. That's what we're all about. Alright, be right back. $100,000 channel points. Oh, okay. One, two, three. Okay, chat. Maybe approach shouldn't be in here. Maybe it shouldn't be in here. It's in here just for promos. But what if I don't own the commander? Okay, that's not good. Guess I bounced one of them? Oh, that's weird. I think I get Temple Garden. I cast this. Oh, come on. Island. Hopefully not a big deal, but we'll see. But mythics are expensive. How am I supposed to afford WoW if I can't... If I have to buy $20 wild cards in Arena? Not all of us are rich, you know. How am I supposed to buy my vodka? Why are we only swinging with one rhino? What? What? Why are we only swinging with one rhino? That is really, really weird. I don't know. Scared of a combo? I have no idea. That's really weird. Slime against humanity, alright. Slime against humanity. Also really weird. Opponent went from things to complete randomness. Let's get World Tree. Play this tapped. Okay, well. I mean, they deliberately did it. That was deliberate. What is the... What are you... Cascade... Okay. Okay, we're doing twice this time. Sure. So, spin or Jace? Jace. Get Lost is fine. We can take out the Bristly Bill, because they probably won't recast it like ever. Like, that might be hard to do, but we'll see. I think this is an easy slime bounce. Play this. Yeah. And then tap the Molt Tender to Grazer. This is another game that looks like it could be rather interesting with a gummed up board state. I'm having more interesting games in this than normal Historic Raw. I like it. I could pick up Beanstalk. Probably pick up Golos, though, with this. We already have, like, a game plan that my opponent, I don't believe, has any means to interact with, so... let's do this first, actually. Here and here. Yeah, I might reevaluate some of the anti-combo cards. So far, they have been a bit of a letdown. Like miscast and stuff, just been getting a bit in the way. Let's get rid of that. It hasn't cost us a game, to be fair, but still. I won't, but the fact that it hasn't cost us a game maybe is fine. It's not like Golos missing its Cascade trigger means Golos suddenly is like really bad, you know. We already got that, so we can just get the village. Why not? I don't think attacking matters. They're just, I mean, Ulamog's probably gonna end the game. Yeah, I wanted to trigger the Beanstalk, and I wanted to land. That's why I targeted Golos. Opponent doesn't really have anything else I care about in play. Well, they do now, but not then. They also did recast their commander. So that's scary. That slime can swing for like 20, or if not 40. Alright, so I am going to cast this and we're going to see what happens. Because I might have to bounce the slime so it doesn't just kill me. It could be larger than Ulamog, which is funny, but yeah, no. Sure. Yeah, we don't want to lose to this. This is kind of the only thing that matters. Just take that out. Doubling the counters on that and swinging could just kill me. So Annihilator 7 is now what they have to contend with. Alright. Do I still need something to live? It's looking like I do. Yeah, we need something else. Unless they annihilate incorrectly, I do have to deal with that token. Ulamog did make the next slime big, and they did draw a slime. That's just what we... That's how it panned out. If they didn't draw a slime that turn, the game is definitely over immediately, so... But, I mean, I'm not ever not casting it. I'm always casting it. They actually got rid of another slime. I feel like I would have just kept that. Like, you're guaranteeing your next draw is a slime instead of a land. I feel like that's just fine. So... I think I start with Golos Spin. I got literally hot, steaming garbage. Because of course I did. I could have put this on top with Brainstorm first. I just didn't want to do that. It also doesn't save me. Casting this wouldn't actually do anything. So I don't think that would have mattered. Alright, yeah, I think we're just dead then. Unless my opponent makes a huge mistake. Lands, bro! Lands, 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 lands. What is going on with the lands? Yep, just didn't get there. Took a risk with Ulamog, didn't pan out. Didn't pan out. They also could keep 5 mana. That's insane. There is nothing I can do. Alright. Yep. Just didn't get there. I mean, again, it's just, do you draw a slime, you win. Do you not, you lose. That's all it is. And they did, so they win. That's all there is. I mean, I have a boatload of outs in my deck. I just didn't hit any. A boatload of outs. Golos has been hitting an insane amount of lands. A lot of Golos players play like 45, 46 lands too, and I'm not. Golos is hitting land. So take an island out for the blue MDFC. Could probably take another island out for this thing. Just sick and tired of Golos hitting lands. It's just getting a little ridiculous. Land. Alright. I'm gonna cut back on the combo. Hate, Silence, Enchant, Mana Tithe. Brainstorm is still fine to me. Same with the other cards. We could just actually rely just all in on the heist nonsense. Valagid Recovery enters taps. I don't really like that one that much. It's not bad, though. I'm not a fan of tap lands. Like, this is not free. I don't know if I want it. What am I picking up? I have Delve cards that exile my graveyard. This is not a good early Cascade target. No, I don't want that. I'd probably play Regrowth first, honestly. Okay. More spot removal is completely fine. We now have the room for plenty of it. Like stuff like this is fine. You're never upset when you just randomly hit spot removal. I think another 0 mana spell is fine. I'm not really enthralled with the idea of Mishra's Bauble. Mox Amber is relevant almost every game, so it could run all of them. I'd say this is relevant quite often. Golos is expected to be in play all the time, honestly. Golos struggles to leave play once it enters the first time. But I'll start with the Bauble. They're just not as exciting hits, but whatever. Alright, I want some kind of spot removals. Exile, target. Ephemerating Golos is cool, but it's also weird. I'd kind of prefer it to be an instant so I can cascade on my opponent's turn. Could put the Wandering Emperor back in. Could do that. I'm okay with it being a really expensive card too. Like, I can get away with casting a 5-mana removal spell. Why do they have to get a treasure? You paid 5 mana for this. Why does your opponent get the treasure? I feel like you should get the treasure. Like, it's 5 mana. That's insane. That's a lot of mana for that. Guess Utter End is just the card, huh? Okay, what about Destroy? Maybe we can play the Wandering Emperor. It doesn't really excite me to play it, though. Doesn't excite me to play it. We could play Assemble the Legion, or Assemble the Team, right? When are you ever upset with a 2-mana It's just Demonic Tutor, right? The Seek card, this is also fine. I think I'm leaning towards Assemble. Sure. Okay. Okay, so we took... What do we have against combo now? Let's see here. You could just lose the combo games and move on, but... I want to address the meta. Alright, that satisfies me enough. That's okay. Could actually run Emrakul as well. I think rather easily. This is not a combo deck, but VV with extra spells seems really nice. No more guaranteed Chromox is kind of ugly. Not gonna lie to you. But we'll see. It was the top card, look at that. Alright, Begone, giant expensive card. And there you go. So I have Dark Ritual, I actually have Golos next turn, if my opponent doesn't have a counter spell, which I deem highly unlikely. Alright, they made some goblins. Is there a Lightning Bolt? No. That is insane. Okay, what else we got going on here? Okay, those are cards. You got it. I'm down with it. You have my attention. Well, we have another one to hit, so hit it we shall. Holy mana. So much mana. What's my opponent's next draw? Let's find out. Fire magic. Alright. So be it. On turn 3 I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 mana. Ridiculous. Can I spin Golos? No, I don't have the colors for it. That's ridiculous though. This is definitely a Vexing Bauble situation. So, let's go ahead and do that, right? Yeah, I can't spin Golos. Okay, yeah, well, whatever. I think I only added the Bauble, yeah, I didn't add Mox. But like I said, Mox would be fine. It would be fine here, so let's get rid of... Can I cast this? Yes. Let's get rid of you, and... Everything is fine, but these are the two things I don't need to cast right now. Do that. Play this. Can kill their commander on their turn? And get Tamiyo? And just be okay that I don't get to... cast Vexing Bauble. I think it's kind of insane my opponent's expecting spot removal in this format. It's kind of nuts, but alright, they got that card. Card is there. These are also just fine without that. I do slip past the land, which is unfortunate. And Vexing Bauble didn't do anything, so looks like it worked out. Spell Pierce also wouldn't have actually done anything. So we did make the line that forced cards. Lionheart. Alright, there goes my bird? Yes. Every time I play Moltender, it's the same as Birds of Paradise. Every single time I play it. Alright, they killed the worst of the three. Interesting. They killed the untapped 1/1 is the only line of thinking that I can see. This should have just killed all of them? They could have just killed Tamio with the shock and the yeah, that was a odd decision there. There is no blocking. Well, we're getting utterly blown out by the lack of successful removal. Not great. Black. Swing with you. I can flip Tamio if I crack the Vexing Bauble. And I probably just have to do that. So I guess I'm going to do that. That's a good draw. I did get black mana for it. Spell Pierce can genuinely be impactful as well, but this is a problem. It just blows up whatever it wants. Another random equipment. I think I'm just going to send the Spell Pierce on just anything ever. Because it's not doing anything else. And it's not likely to do anything else. I need a land. I need a land. Oh, Spell Pierce doesn't do anything. Yeah, never mind. It was never going to do anything, silly me. It has the VV mana. That's right. There is an insane amount of equipment in this deck. Okay. Not going face. Wow. Alright. They also didn't double swing at it, so it just doesn't take any damage. I can pick up Toxic Deluge if I find that to be relevant. Ah, that's why they did it. Alright, I see. This goes back to the command zone, correct? And then we play... Yeah, we can try to blitz for the thing, because we have this. Opponent's hand is empty, so 8. That's a really, really nice cascade. Yeah, Reprieve, right? Yep, that's excellent. We're getting there. Things are happening. They're gonna have to, like, just crack their parked Vindicate. Yeah, it's a lot of Final Fantasy cards, but it's also just a lot of equipment. Oh, nice. Actually, yeah, no, this shuts down. This shuts down VV, but I don't get my Remand card, Reprieve card. But they can't recast it, right? It doesn't go to 3 mana, and they don't have the mana, so that I think that's just better. Yeah, that just has to be better. Their board state is actually really ugly to bounce because they all have living weapon, essentially. Alright, well, they have to deal with it right now or the game is over. No help from the top. Hunter's blowgun. Whoa. Okay. Alright, that's just game. Now we can just do whatever we want. Let's go here. Cast Tolarian Terror. Forage. Yeah, I think we want Uro in here. I say as I have 500 cards in my hand. Again, I can do whatever I want. Let's play Grief. Take the red card. Surprised my opponent didn't concede. Well, anything's possible. Anything's possible. I was about to say, is that triple equipment? No way. Okay, let's take the card that costs the most mana, so they can't draw it. Still interested in getting more mana in play, so... There's one force left. I did not account for that as a possibility. And we can leave up swords, because why not? Sword Solitude. That way I can't die to Banefire. I can swords my own stuff. Could I have exiled that out of the graveyard? I'm not sure. No, I don't think I could have. Okay, they can do... not really anything here with that. Does that hit Planeswalkers? Nope. I don't think killing Tamiyo would do anything, but I guess you could. Oh, do we have any haste? I forgot they have an army of equipment. Any haste? No. But they have protection from monocolored, or hexproof from mono. They do not go in that direction. I feel like it would be odd to respect this, so I'm not going to. Play untapped land. Casualties, an island, because they're actually kind of light on islands. Artifact, creature, land. What's the scariest one? Probably the... Oh, we can blow up the Vindicate. That's fine. I just don't have access to that. Alright. The clock is rather quick. Doesn't take long from this point. I will probably just pass. I'm not going to waste my time casting this. As much as I'd like to make my hand smaller so I can see things. I'm not going to bother. I'm not going to do anything in response here. Could have. Because they do poke me with that wizard. This could kill me if they got, like... excuse me. They got, like, the ultimate outcome. Alright, they're over it. Solitude apparently was the thing that did it. Not the 35 cards. We got Kami. So, more mana. We could have responded to something with Solitude, like let this resolve. And while this was on the stack, or whatever that other spell was, I don't even know, we could have cast Solitude, so I could always hit this, and it could randomly hit a counter spell that could then also do something. But yeah, there's no getting out of a Tamiyo Ultimate when you have no, especially when you have no cards in hand, or no creatures in play. There's just no, there's no game to try to come back into. Anything else feel disappointing? Spell Pierce felt kind of lame there. Let's be off of that one. It's been a bit... Well, I did Spell Pierce Ujin, and it did matter. I'm sure as Golos we can do better things. That respect Cascade value. It's not like we don't get Cascade value as well. I did say Uro, and I keep saying Uro, and I'm going to keep saying Uro, so I guess I'm putting Uro in. Do I genuinely want Mox Amber? What about our suspend cards? I don't own the suspend card. Alright. I probably wouldn't put this here, though. It's probably like some other kind of deck. Growth Spiral? I guess. Sure. Why is it only showing me lands? Oh, it's not. They're just right here. Not having Chromox every game is kind of weird, but who knows? If I cast enough early things, enough 1-minute cards, it's likely I'll just hit like 2 of them anyways, and that's okay, I guess. I don't use the Chromox on turn 2 usually anyways, so it's probably fine. We're not doing much with an extra turn. I did add Uro. What are we doing with an extra turn here? Is it just Jace now? Yeah, we don't want that. I do want another one of these. A lot of matchups, it feels a little unnecessary, but I think Emrakul is fine. I don't like Kaimil. Forgot. Approach the second sub was in here. Whoops. Haven't had that happen. No surprise. Alright, we found our Eldrazi slot. But have we found the other card that I don't know exists that would probably make sense? I think it's Emrakul. I think this could just win. Stealing extra turns, stealing your opponent's turn in this format is not really that great. You might not actually want to cast anything because Cascade. Yeah, we're gonna just run that one. All right, what's the other card that should be in here that isn't? Do the Overlords cascade for... What do they cascade for? Mana Drain? Mana Drain is kind of relevant. People... It doesn't work in the combo stuff. If you Mana Drain your own card, I guess you're not too upset. I think if we can find cards that are Well, I was about to say just as good, but I mean, that's not better than 2-minute Door to Nothingness. But... So this is a 5. Oh, yep, it says right there on the top right. Cast it for its impending cost. It's not like a different kind of cast. Alright, so that does work. That's actually huge. That should have been in here the whole time. Knew it. Told you. We'd find a card that should have been in here to start. Told you to find it. I think all of the Overlords are actually okay. Or at least the Bant ones. Maybe not the red one. And, okay, not the black one. So at least the Bant ones. Kemball is crazy, but I see the idea. I see the idea. I don't have a good hand here. Well, I do, but it's like really, really, really slow. So we built our deck to not to play lands for 3 turns and do nothing. So this is not Hell-Q, no. I've not seen one opponent that would make me think that. No removal. Okay. But no punish. That is the saddest draw ever. That I basically didn't draw a card. Alright, that's horrible. Is what it is. At least it's castable. I'll take it. I can see what the top card is. It reveals my entire deck to my opponent. Not the best idea. Do I want that land? Not really. You know what? I could have milled that land. I could have milled that land, honestly. Could have just milled it. That way I know I'm not hitting a bad card. It's not a big deal. I'm probably not ever really going to mill a card with this. It doesn't... So far we've not once done it, and it has tapped every turn. Again, it's basically Birds of Paradise. We could also run, whatchamacallit? Deathrite Shaman. Authority of the Council, sure. Don't care about that one. Black-white control things is really exciting. I feel like there's a lot of resilience in 100-card black-white piles, as there typically is. Alright, so Dark Ritual first is kind of sad. Oh, no, it isn't, because we have hits. We have the hits. I don't really want to Chrome Mox anything, though. But you know what? I think Chrome Moxing Toxic Deluge is perfectly fine. That's what we're going to do. I'm under the impression it ain't doing anything. Alright. I imagine there's a lot of removal. They kind of have to kill this. I would argue they have to kill it. They didn't kill it. Okay, they find it. They don't find it. Oh, no. Although, you know, black-white killing Golos over and over is not the greatest thing. But I think it's lights out here. We'll see. This feels like it's lights out, honestly. I don't even care about this card. I'm just going to blow up the mana. I don't even care about your free stuff. You can have the elixir. Don't care, don't care, don't care. Take that. Yeah, this game, it's not looking good for the opponent now. They have a land though. They can play. They drew a land. Probably wanted to hide that information. Just something to think about. Pay attention to when your opponent knows your hand. Don't want to give free information if you don't have to. Because this taps for black as well. Is this the changed version of it? It is. Yeah. Hey, well, I would have liked to spin into that, but can't get what we want all the time. I'm gonna not tap the Moltender, but this means Golos can't find a land. I'm okay with that. Yeah, right. Okay, silly me. My bad, chat. My mistake. Silly me. I don't know what's going on. Golos just land. Every time. Again, I'm pretty sure I at least given my past with Golos, this is a very, very low land count for Golos lists. Relative to my past experience playing Golos. I usually play more than this. And this is just keeps happening. It's like 2 out of 3 have been lands, or all 3 have been lands. It's happened all but twice, I think. All but twice so far. I mean, even land, like Mana Dorks would have just been totally fine. Okay, so Bitter Blossom is interesting. This is not like black-white removal spam like I thought it would be. Though maybe Ketramos would be slightly better in that regard. I like the idea of Kembal here, though. I don't really respect anything my opponent has cast. I don't know. I don't really want to... I can't do this. I can't do this anyways. What am I talking about? Okay, let's lead with Overlord. Reprieve? No, I think I'm gonna pass on that. We're just gonna get the Overlord in play, that's okay. Heist. Have your life. Adeline's in their deck. This is really good, I'll take that. And now we can hide behind a Vexing Bauble. So they can't play the game. Alright. Pass. Alright, so there's airborne threats that I have not addressed. Well, I can't cast the bubble first. That would be problematic. Sure. Thalia. Nice. Willing to put it to the graveyard. Sure thing. So the sky is the issue, but we have the Emrakul. We just have to get to the Emrakul. I can make a 6/6 flyer, actually, so maybe it's not the worst. Yeah, I got a 6/6 flyer sitting there. Am I willing to mill? No, again, not really. I think I'd rather just crack the bauble. Take the Thalia that we got and just run. Yeah, we're just gonna crack this. Could probably wait till my turn if I want to decide to do that, but this is okay. I do need to actually find mana and like not just lose to this. Okay, I did find a good card. I found 2 good cards actually. Oh, I found 3 good cards. Look at that. Yeah, see, I'm like exiling cards out of my graveyard, and Moltender still is tapping every turn. White, black, yeah, white's fine. They're all the same. So, let's get Lost Kembal, because I'm actually dying. Probably should have led with this, honestly. Starting to get a little egregious. The pressure is real. And it's kind of exciting. I love it. Cool deck. Opponent, why didn't you block? What if you needed that extra life that you have because you're at 30? Yeah, we're gonna take Mox Amber out. We're gonna take it out after this. Sure. Finds a Maze Mine's Tome. Opponent is running giant scary things, though. Maze Mine Tome's pretty nice. I like that. Well, we don't have to play that, but it's cool to see that. This is like, you do not care about your opponent playing combo. You're casting cards like this. You're ready to go. You're ready to buckle up. You're buckling up. So with this, it's not as appealing to exile a target here, but any point of life, I think, at this juncture is valuable. If you have at least 15 more than you're starting, do crazy stuff. Alright, they can't quite do that. Yeah, we're not going to take this damage. It feels unnecessary. Opponent wise beyond their years. Moving the counters around, not all in the same target. Yep. Bloop. Alright, what's behind door number 1? It is Assemble again. Alright, cool. Sure. All of this is great. Take the slow, grindy, greedy card because I want to. They can kill Emrakul, right? I mean, that's a thing that can happen. Does this do that? It doesn't do it now, but it can. Alright, yeah, we just send the old Emrakul here. Doesn't matter. They can sweep the board. It's also not a lethal attack. I got Treasure Cruise. Oh man, that's a cascade. Alright, hello. How are you doing? Do we have any life link? Nope. Put it on Grief. Because I don't think it matters too much. Put it on probably the least threatening card, I guess? Although I could have put it on the Forceful Cultivator, honestly. I'm overthinking it, it doesn't matter. They have to deal with the border. It's over anyways. Alright, well they're certainly not at the life total they'd like for the Ajani Zero. I don't think it's possible to do that. They kept a 4-mana card. Well, I would too. They did not know about Emrakul, but I think I'm interested in finding lands. I'm not sure if this is changing anything. Like, I'm dying at the same pace, and I think I would probably just get rid of this. I don't think I'd want it here with the Cosmic Elixir. Cosmos Elixir. Alright, they do have it, and I have no recourse. Yeah, we can't spin into anything that would matter. Land tax. Oh man, now here's a good spot for land tax. I do not want my opponent to have that. You don't get land tax. No siree. Because I'm under the impression my opponent doesn't have lands in their hand. Because they missed a land drop. Not this turn, but I could be misremembering. But I'm going to not let them have that. Now, to be fair, they have Phyrexian Arena anyways, and this. So it's not like missing lands is likely, but I don't know. This is okay. I can't say it's wrong. I can't, in good conscience, say it's wrong. Is this 8 on the stack? Yeah, it is. Alright, well, the game's still going. I had the answer. Oh, hello me. That is a really good card. I think I'll cast it. I could bounce everything ever. Could do that. Could have done that, I mean. Can still do it, although I'd lose the missile, obviously. I think I'm interested in blowing up the cards that they're generating. Like, this is annoying. Everything here is annoying. Yeah, we're going to blow this up. We're just going to start blowing things up. That's what we're going to do. We're going to play a giant demon. And with River's Rebuke, I don't care about Bitter Blossom. They have not scryed a single time with the Maze Mind's Tome, but they have robbed the priority with it. Oh, it's also a legitimate clock. I did take away the card that gained life. Opponent needs a way to not die to those. Though, they're not struggling with that. They have plenty of cards that deal with that. I don't think they care too much. Alright, what does that do? That doubles your life loss, I think. They're running this. That's really cool. Okay. Oh, you just gain life when I lose life. When an opponent loses life, you gain that life. Alright, sure. I will not be Swords of Plowsharesing. Yeah, alright. The land tax wash away. Not really doing anything. Rip skis. Wow, they're going to discard, huh? Crazy. They discarded a land? Oh no. My decisions, my choices. Let's blow up nothing because I'm going to bounce it all and it doesn't matter? Yep. I'd rather make tokens. Oh, sure. Not the greatest. I don't know if I want to pay life to fetch ever. Don't think I do. I do gain life from unlocking this door, though. And we're going to leave up Swords to Plowshares because I think casting Golos is completely unnecessary. Yeah, and I'm fine with drawing a land. That's fine. I think it's unnecessary to make additional moves. I am already presenting, like, deadness, so why not just leave it up? Yeah, I know there's a combo with this, but this is not like the cheap version of it. It's the 5 on the side of it. Alright, so Bitter Blossom was the play, huh? Interesting. Interesting. Haha! Bask in the face of my infinite life gain from food tokens. Bask. Oh. The goose did it, chat. They were over it because of the goose. No other card. It was the Gilded Goose that sent him packing it in. So we have lethal with removal on this, and then we win. So, yep. Cool. I've only seen the rhinos once so far. Kind of surprising. Oh, shoot! Aw, well, next time. Wanted to make a change. Yeah, there's a massive chunk of cards that are banned in this format currently. I was talking about earlier. Chromox again, nice. Say goodbye to what I assume is Remand. Alright, well, that was a turn 1. That's kind of cracked. I don't even have to use the food next turn either, jeez. Hold on, that's not Ragavan. What are you doing? What's your 0? What do we got? Hangerback Walker. Okay. Not going to work out too well. Hangerback Walker here. Must admit. Well, this is, yeah, this was about to say, this is a... this is a game-destroying board state for turn 2. Ooh, alright. Yeah, that was a lot. Alright, let's take out this. I want... Could run Mana Drain. Could do it. I think I'm still just not going to bother, though. There's enough disgusting things we're doing anyways. Think. Still kind of curious about a Planeswalker of some sort. Yeah, I don't think I'm gonna play a combo deck in this event. Just all the games are kind of exactly the same, and you either win or lose. I can do it off stream if I just want to like get the wins for the day. Like tomorrow, I won't be streaming. I don't think I'm gonna be streaming tomorrow. It's not likely. Yeah, Wednesdays and Thursdays are usually the days I don't stream. And then actually, wait, isn't the next day July 4th? Oh yeah, so I might not stream again till Saturday. Potentially. But it depends what Thursday looks like. But it's not looking like Wednesday is a day for the gamers. Oh, any excuse to play Sarkhan, please. Any excuse. I can't really get away with I was going to call this Nicol Golos. I almost called it that. With the World Tree, anything's possible, actually. I can do better. Yeah, that's why I didn't have Bobble to start. But it ended up not mattering. Ever. Like, ever. Because I don't need Chrome Box turn 1 or turn 2 very often. And it's extremely likely I can get it turn 2 anyways. So it doesn't matter what order. It hasn't been an issue. But Mox Amber was definitely wrong. Yeah, I'm not feeling my Planeswalker hits except like these two. Alright, you can't stop me. I'm playing Nicol Bolas. This is my stream. I can do what I want. When did I get these? Oh, I already crafted this. How dare you? What was my quest? I don't even know. I don't even know. I'm sure Chromax gets even better too if you have less colors. 5 colors. It has not been awkward, but it could be. Okay, no one drop. Do I care? I'm gonna draw against this thing, so not really. I like the hand enough that I'm okay with missing the turn 1 play. We haven't gotten away with... Okay, we found it anyways. No, still the Farseek is good enough for me. But I could have just done that. Sacrifice this creature, return target creature from your graveyard. Phyrexian Reclamation. Alright, things are happening. Things are happening. What do we get? Swords would be nice. No dice. Let's get this. Alright. Do we have an exile? No, these are both destroy. Okay. Oh, let's get some honest black-white beats again. Love it. I love it. Reclamation is gonna have to go. It's gonna have to get out of here eventually. Let's lead with this. It's a lot of mana investment to actually use the reclamation, so it's not like ignoring it for a while is a problem. It's quite the investment to continuously spend mana on it. Westvale Abbey. Oh my goodness. Oh no, they found the swords. That's cheating. It's actually cheating. Didn't know I was playing against a cheater. It's cool how often I'm getting basics. Oh, I love Golos. Oh, Golos, I love you so much. Look at you. We can get there. We play the fetch land before we play the Golos. Yeah. So 2 into 3 into 1. Okay, just making sure. Let's play Golos. Do I want to Solitude my opponent's commander? Kinda. Maybe I should. Maybe I should. Nah. You can't make me. Casualties will shore up all of our problems. That's what that will do. Let's get the Chromatic Lantern. Ooh, excuse me. I did the sneeze. I can cast Treasure Cruise? Wow. Yeah, I haven't seen this in a very long time, but I'm also a fan of it. It's a cool deck. It's slow and grindy, and it's in the best colors. Doomed Necromancer. Alright. Dawnbringer. Does that do anything? It's not looking like it. Opponent's doing a lot of stuff, but the 2 cards we have in play are very, very good. Oh, this blows up artifacts? No, it's enchantments. Okay, we're good. I feel like I would have just gained life here. I'm not sure if exiling a card matters in any way. They also exiled Farseek. Very random. Very random. Yeah, I think I would have just gained 2 life. I don't know. Maybe it doesn't matter. It's not like I'm doing chip damage. We're gonna crack this because Mythweaver Pawk. I don't like fetching unless I really have to, but here it's just netting me mana. There's never a reason to like not let that exist. Also, they appear to have no answer to Golos, so I could just straight up spin it. But counter to the war is just too disgusting. Land, enchantment, creature, artifact. Alright, so I win the game? Yeah. Well, definitely do not need Chrome Mox. Not that we would have just done everything we did faster. Okay, I haven't seen this yet. It's not Storm or combo, but it's teetering on the edge of that. I don't have a fetch land. Gilded Goose it is. Gilded Goose it is. Yeah, we'll just pop this now. Just take it. We'll just take it. Alright, my opponent has, what was that? Primeval Titan. I don't think I've seen Primeval Titan resolve in Tifa before. It's kind of deep for me. A little deep. So, get Chrome Mox. Sure. Yeah, see, this is another example where Chrome Mox turn 1, not super, super, super relevant. Let's take out the Grave Expectations. How important is that? It's the least important card in my hand, and I'm gonna do it. So I did it. Play this. Pay 3 life because life total doesn't really matter. We have white and blue, so I can tap this for green. No, we don't. Chat. Whoa. Slow down. Alright, we're good. Almost made errors. The thing with Tifa is it hits combat tricks, and you might feel really sad. Yeah, the discounted removals. It's the beanstalk tech. It's kind of good. It's been nice, at least. Especially how it can happen on your opponent's turn. Yeah, see, it did. It actually legitimately hit a combat trick. I feel like that's difficult to get away with Tifa. Oh, and Vexing Bobble. Alright, that shuts down... Oh no! Yeah, this is gonna stop my opponent from doing a whole bunch of stuff if they planned on doing that. But the cards we saw was a pile of kind of crazy things there. I got a little glance at it there. There was a lot of things like this, which Tifa ain't trying to play a game that gets to 6 mana, I feel, but I mean, it's possible. You can get 6 lands in play. Tifa does like doing that, I guess, but alright. I haven't seen that kind of pile before. Pretty neat. Pretty neat. And that was probably the most awkward Chrome Mox I've had all night. It's usually pretty easy. That was interesting. Yeah, most people probably are not going to build a Brawl deck for this thing. Unless it's like a combo deck and you only need to add 99 lands and 1 Tybalt's trigger or something. Most people aren't going to really put a lot of thought into it. Which is fair. Not everyone's going to make the... Actually, most people will not take the time and do that. I mean, even me, it took me like almost an hour? No, it took me about 40 minutes to get to a state where I could play the game. Okay. This is the first time someone conceded to this opener, but I've been doing it basically every game. Probably exiling the Tolarian Terror. I don't have a graveyard yet, and it's not doing anything. So, yeah. The more I play with Terror, the more I kind of wish it was another discounted spell instead, actually. I think the 1 mana 5/5 it's been useful, especially against what we've been playing against. But I think I can easily get away with something like Whirlpool instead. It's relevant sooner as well. Like earlier in the game it's relevant. And Terror requires things. I also have cards that exile my graveyard, so. I got another pack? Jeez. Yeah, the most aggressive thing I've seen is Rhinos. Crashing Footfalls or whatever. Tamio has won a game. I do still struggle in kind of some ways of actually casting it. Flipping it, excuse me. No big deal. Yeah, alright. Everything else is fine. We're not going to change anything else, I don't think. Everything else is fine. No, you do the same thing you do in a normal Historic Brawl. You just look for the 1-drop. But now you also get a Mox every time. Or, I guess, Crashing Footfalls, if that's something you're interested in. Which actually could make a lot of sense, because next turn is a 3-drop anyways, and the Chrome Mox could just impede that. Sweaty line there. Nope, that's a ham. What am I up against? What is this? Beginning your end step, each opponent mills. What? Never read that card in my life, and it's new. Okay. So I mill from life gain. Alright. Looks like we have a Chrome Mox Enjoyer. We have a no Chrome Mox Enjoyer, but we have a whole list to look at. Awesome. Okay, cool, cool. Neat. Uh-huh. Oh, wait, what was that one? Okay. Alright, not many surprises. Not many surprises. Cool, though. Let's play Breeding Pool. I guess this saves me a point of damage over the Utopia Sprawl. Utopia Sprawl also has haste. So it makes sense to me. We're gonna... Wait, no, we're not targeting ourselves. We can target ourselves next turn and see. Yeah, I have all my mana short up. I don't need this card. Soulmender. Yep. Soulmender's a weird one. So, upkeep... Actually, you know what? I can just do it now. It's functionally the same, but I get access to the card. Sure, it targets my opponent's commander. So I'll draw it. It targets my opponent's commander. Okay. Another green source. Would be nice, maybe. Temple Garden? Yeah. Do this. I think I'm going to always leave up Wash Away. That's an unfortunate hit. It's probably one of the worst ones possible, actually. Alright. Everything's in play. More blue, more green, so blue is fine. And we just leave up Wash Away. Yeah, we saw the footfalls earlier. We are out of zeros? No, we haven't played Chrome Mox yet. Alright, I am genuinely interested in stopping their commanders, so... I'm gonna get rid of Tamiyo here. I have Uro. They're both nice. Nicol is just, like... I could just get rid of Utopia's Brawl, too, actually, yeah. Whatever. I like my hand. I don't need it. We could think about a bounce run. I'm not playing Arid Mace. I mean, whatever the desert is. I think a bounce land is fine. Okay. Looks like there's nothing. Very unlikely to be anything, so fair enough. Of course. So, yeah, this is a spot where I'd want the bounce land. Kind of forgot about it, honestly. That's okay. It's colorless mana with the bounce land, but it's still just a land. Doesn't really matter. What's the equip cost? 3? Alright, so we can start flying in with something. Or flying in later, I guess. Sure. How long and slow and grindy the games have been. I can actually get decked out by their commander. It is possible. Okay, so they can cast stuff that isn't there yet. How do they have priority? Oh, they can just sack this whenever they want. Okay. Bruh, with the reprieves, what is going on? Oh my goodness, stop. Actually, you know what? I could have just taken it. I could have actually just taken that. It's fine. It's drawing a card all the same. I probably could have just full stop. Reprieved Uro and recast it. That's funny. Alright, so we can flip Tamiyo. I guess at this point it would make sense to do so. Without trample? We'll see. But yeah, it's a lot of damage. This should be the third card of the turn, right? Uro natural in this, yeah. Look at the splash damage of the flipping of the Tamiyo. No land, wow. That's kind of crazy. I don't believe there's a reason to swing. Not really. Alright, well I have a destroy target permanent, so I can deal with whatever I want. I can just repeatedly kill whatever they put the equipment on, to be honest. Wait, does it have trample? I should have, like, actually looked at it. No, it doesn't. They can recast it with this. It's quite the investment, though, but you can do it. You can do it. You can just exile it as well. Though it's looking like I kind of want to just cast Cultivate. So we're going to mill 6. It's kind of funny giving me free Uros the whole game. Milling me for 12, 14, sure. 15, 16. Okay, I guess. They did not swing at Tamiyo. I feel like that was probably a good idea to do, and they just didn't do it. Finally draw a land. They also milled me when I have Tamiyo. I can actually just pick up River's Rebuke. Ooh! Oh, that feels real bad for the opponent. Oh, yeah, that's a yikes. Thank you. See, this is the well, I'll say it at the end. Let's blow up the... What do we not want to see again? Oh, we can blow this up, because then they can't put it to hand with River's Rebuke. Oh, that's excellent. Nice. Now it doesn't cost 2 from hand. Which is very significant. Yeah, this is the problem with incidental mill, is your opponent, almost every deck kind of in some way cares about their graveyard. You can't cast a creature off this. Oh, they have X spells too. Oh no. Tragic. But yeah, when you mill like 20 and you don't mill all the way, there are Uros and Tamiyos and Flashback and Snapcaster, and every color has something. Everyone's just prepared for it quite significantly. Alright, this is going to be a mana turn, so I'm not going to play Golos again. Opponent has to spend their whole turn kind of rebuilding, and I mean, I'm just so prepared for that. Actually, you know what I should do is just cast Nicol Bolas. I think I'm going to do that. I can +2 Nicol Bolas instead of +1, but attacking my opponent's resources I think is completely valid. Right, just losing cards to the Nicol Bolas is completely fine to me, so let's do that, I guess. They have to discard 2? I'd probably get rid of Soulmender. They do not. Okay. They get rid of things that probably cost too much to ever cast again, fair enough. So, land... Oh, this also triggers the Beanstalk. Oh yeah, this is always right. Oh, yes. Yes! Look at it go. Oh, hey, got Mythweaver Pock, too. Tragic. I played my land first, chat. I'm an idiot. What have I done? What have I done? Oh, never mind. Silly me. Thinking Pock still doesn't trigger. That's my bad. Silly me. Of course Pock always triggers anyways, because you have a ramp spell. Yeah, Mill is usually a one-turn shotgun blast. Like Profane Procession, or Profane... Persistent Petitioners, that's it. I found it. You just try to one-shot or two-shot your opponent. Milling, like, 35 could actually benefit... Well, actually, it only can benefit, really, quote-unquote. Because there's not any downside. Unless you hit a crucial card that you milled. You know, or you have, like, Rest in Peace or something. Like, I have Earls, I actually have 2 Tamios now. I have 2 Tamios, because this has Tamio text. I can do this again and again and again. Like, this game is... I think if I go to do it again, my opponent probably will concede, because they'll realize I can infinitely Rivers Rebuke, and there's no... there's, like, no recourse. They have, like, no recourse to that. We're in full cyberbully mode. Can I just... I'm going to exile it, chat. Should I just exile a Rivers Rebuke to Uro? Remove that ability from myself so I don't hurt people's feelings? No, I can't. I'm going to keep it in there. Oh, I love Assemble a Team. Just the greatest hit. Hey. No need to shock myself. What do we got? What are we working with up there? Cleric class, that thing, and that. Alright, let's take out the flyer, because I don't want to think about stuff. And swing for 12. They're at 51, doesn't really matter. That's another thing. The life gain side of things isn't super relevant, I would argue, a lot of times. You could be at like 200 life, and you would still concede if you're out of resources. So, like, the life gain isn't super amazing outside of, like, maybe some early pressure. And the incidental mill is also difficult to do anything. Sure. Alright, they gave us perfect information, chat. They gave us perfect information. Which means I shall now make my move. Boop. Something's on the stack as well, so I could hit Remand or whatever. Oh, rip. Well, you're at 54. What does this do? Stuff. I'm at my starting life total. We can just race to the ultimate. I don't think I have to exile anything. Yeah, we'll just -8 it next turn and win. Assuming I'm reading it right. Oh, alright. Oh, but you have 54 life. What? You have so much life. What's wrong? Doesn't control a legendary creature or planeswalker. Yeah, so we always have this covered with our hand. And unless they have 10 legendaries, they need 1, 2, 3? Because this is another removal spell. They'd need 3 legendaries. Oh, wait, I can ultimate this. Oh, yeah, they were dead twice. Alright, never mind. They were dead twice. I mean, they were dead 3 times. I didn't even need either Planeswalker. I did not need those. Birds of Paradise. Well, I think this is the person from earlier. Guess we'll find out right now. It is. Okay, it's the same person. So far, this is the only person doing this. Only person I've seen doing it. So let's get Temple Garden. Yeah. Toxic deluging my birds is kind of sad. Just a bit sad, is what it is. Well, there are no secrets, it's just a bunch of slimes. They got Archivist again. They got that one last time. I cannot afford to hold the Toxic Deluge. So, gotta send it now. But I don't like it. Can I get a good hit, please, at least? What did I hit? What did I hit? I wasn't looking. Wash away? Of course I did. Womp womp. Okay. Vexing Bauble has text on it. Could matter. Could matter. Not likely, though. Yeah, we're just doomed. Can't really do much here. Can't really do much. Alright, we're just spinning our wheels, I guess. What do we got? Alright. Yep, figures. Remand, Reprieve. 24/7. I don't know. I'm going to look at my list. That keeps happening. We've had Remand, Reprieve well over half the time. Well over half the time. The 2-minute cascade has been Reprieve and Remand. I have not once seen this. I've seen Glimpse the Core in a bunch of Assemble the Teams, but it's by far just been these two. Alright, I'm taking them out. I'm done. I'm sick and tired of that happening. The combo degen players I haven't even really seen, so I'm over it. That is to say, they haven't, like, destroyed me in any one game. It's just annoying and hasn't worked out. But it's not like you're going down in cards or anything. It's funny, I say never play counterspells in a cascade format. And people tell me to do it anyways, because, you know, you just run 2, you'll never hit them. And then I hit Wash Away every other time, even though there's 55,000 cards to hit. It's like, yep. And you wonder why I don't play them. I've hit Wash Away an insane amount of times. I've never hit Dark Ritual off of it. I've hit Halfling. I've hit this a couple times. I've hit this a bunch, actually. I've not hit this or that. I'm not really good at casting Kroxa. It's black and red. I'm not really good at all at casting anything red, and I don't think that's... Unless you mean the commander, I don't know. It's completely different. Rescue ability can kill someone. I think I play enough lands. I did say I wanted the bounce land. I don't own it. Can't play Crashing Footfalls. There's no such thing as enough 1 minute plays in Historic Brawl. It's not a real sentence. Mindslaver's alright. Could play Atraxa. Actually, could play Omnath. Nah. Oh, Drown in the Loch is cool. I like Drown. Graveyards, they're filling up pretty quickly. Yeah, I'll try that one. I get to do what I want while also having some kind of spell. There have been a lot of matchups where Massacre Worm would be hilariously good. We're not playing Emergent Ultimatum. We could just play Emergent Ultimatum. We don't have, like, the I win the game hits, though. I'd rather not run all of that, honestly. Still not super sold on board wipes, even though Golos doesn't care when it dies. Yeah, cascading a sweeper and hitting a creature is kind of lame. We've gotten to expropriate a few times, mana-wise. Couldn't just cast it. Yeah, I mean, I could just do that. I just put that in an ultimatum and call it a day. We are Golos after all, right? That's what we do. It is the thing you do when you're playing the 5 colors. There's no, like, turn 1 It's close with Dark Ritual and Chrome Box. It's close. Turn 1 Golos. Not that that would be that exciting. But you could do it, I guess. This must be a combo deck, because they're blitzing down to 2 cards or something? Down to 5? Okay. Maybe trying to not draw the combo pieces? I don't know. Oh, okay, it's anything but a combo deck. Sure. Does it mindlessly blitz for Ragavan? That seems very stupid, so I don't think so. Let's see, what do we got going on here? Legendaries, Delighted Halfling, Citadel, Planeswalkers, some spot removal. Alright, just a pile of cards. Nothing too standoutish. We have that. Excuse me, we have that, so we want this. Nope, we want that. Alright, so if I hit Chrome Mox, we have Golos, but I can just not worry about hitting the other one and not care. Just do this instead. Still need more green. Do I even block this? Yeah, I think I do. I think I do. My opponent played a basic mountain turn 1 and mulligan to 5. So I'm gonna block. I don't even need the Lighted Halfling. It's just it is what it is. Could save Dark Ritual for Emergent Ultimatum. Does that have merit? I think it does. I think it does. Let's get rid of casualties. Seems the least relevant given the board state and whatnot. Okay. Do I play Golos? I feel like it pays for itself endlessly if I just cast it, so why not? It's like turning the Dark Ritual into lands, and that's just fine. I don't have to race to the cute little card anyways. We can get to this later. I'm in really no rush. My opponent mulligan to 5 for, I guess, a Ragavan opener. Or they just got astronomically unlucky. Suppose that's possible. I don't know. But Golos is kind of unkillable here, so... And when Golos is unkillable, you untap with it. And when you untap with it, it's uh-oh SpaghettiOs. Found the land. Oh, I can cast it anyways, chat. Imagine thinking. Imagine thinking about things. Could you imagine? I couldn't. Yeah. Oh, yes. Get to 7 mana, win the game. Imagine thinking about stuff. There's only 45 minutes left of the event, chat. Oh no. Only 45 minutes left. I don't know if Stickfinger is interested in crashing. It doesn't look like it's even interested really in Chrome Mox, to be honest with you. Apparently it's not. Okay. I'm gonna not touch that. Yeah, I'm probably going to save... Although, No, I think I should crack it now, actually, yeah. It would be nice to find something to do next turn, so... Let's just crack this. It just increases our odds of finding something that matters. For this turn. We would not have drawn it. Okay, we did not end up drawing it. So, play the... Yeah, that one. Okay. Get the Temur Triome. And send one. Definitely a game where Chrome Mox would have been really nice. Instead. Alright, it's a Cultivator Colossus deck with what I assume is some kind of combo. Yeah, alright, so it is a combo deck. I had no... Is it a combo deck that wins with the lands? I don't see any Guildgate shenanigans. You just have a bunch of Lands Matters cards, I guess? That's a really weird way about going about it, but alright, I'm not gonna sit here through. I mean, I full stop could still win this game, but best to just not waste my time. I'm not gonna sit there while they click. It's like 40 minutes, I'm not gonna do that. But they didn't have a combo, it's just Omniscience. You just get Omniscience, basically. A bunch of Planeswalkers, it seemed. Although there is argument with the next turn being a ton of Planeswalkers, I could just die, so there might not be much I could do anyways, but I wasn't dead that very turn. I had no recourse against that. So Breeding Pool, I think, actually maybe we get Overgrown Tomb. Could have played Utopias for all, but we're not here to think about stuff, are we? No, we're not. No reason to crack. Tail swipe, rip. Yeah, not looking great there. It's cool to see people just not care, but it is funny. I've seen a lot of really bad early Cascade options. What just happened? They put it on Utter End? What? They put it on the last card I would ever put it on. That's crazy. Wow, alright. That's the last card in my hand I'm putting the text of this card on. That is nuts. Like, I have Dark Ritual in my hand. I'm always going to cast it. I might not even cast the Utter End, actually. This is untapped, right? I swear if it's not untapped, I'm going to be upset. It is. So, Triome? Yeah, this early, definitely. No reason to do anything. This is not relevant. Also, my opponent's the last opponent got around Heist. They got around Heist perfectly, so it's a unheistable combo breaker. That's kind of cool. I mean, they're probably not thinking about that, but it's funny. Alright, so let's play Black Market Connections. Tamiyo is a card, it has text, it's alright. Let's play Forest Blue? No Chrome Mox? No attack. Thinking about updating your Golos list? Give it another try. Well, now's the time to do it. I suppose. If that's what you want to do. No, don't kill Golos! Oh! Ooh! Oh no, I don't think I would have done that. I'm killing the Tamiyo. Might come back to bite them. But we'll see. Oh, it lets him attack. It lets him attack. Alright. The logic is there. The attack is far superior because of that. Alright, there's logic. Never mind, it's not as crazy as I initially made it out to be. So... Okay. Toxic Deluge. Hello. Win the game off the top of the deck. How are you doing? Also, I didn't have to pay 6. I paid too much. That was a mistake. Let's get World Tree. I think I'm going to Chrome Mox now? There's no reason, right? What am I doing with that? No, I'm not doing anything with that. Why do I care? That's a card. Is it good here? It is a clock, and it is rather serious. Okay. It's a giant spell. Who doesn't like giant spells? I can spin on my upkeep, so I don't have to spend min on it. Assuming they let me untap with Golos. Ledger Shredder. That's a nice one, actually. That's a really nice one. It's also a bird. That's like the best bird ever. Wow. Okay. That was an insane chunk of cards. That was a completely bonkers chunk of cards. Alright. Well, I guess we're done hitting lands all the time. The game has given us grace. So, draw, copy... Wait, whoa, what am I doing? What the heck am I doing? I have to do that. And, can still copy? There's no reason to swords anything, right? No, they just can't recast it. No, I'm still not going to do that, though. I'm not going to do that, because Ledger Shredder will trigger. Oh, I'll put it to my hand. Whoops. Got a little confused there. Nadu? Yeah. What am I doing? Oh, right. I wasn't done with Golos Degeneracy. Forgot. Almost just didn't see these cards sitting there. That's funny. Okay, they're over. Yep. It's going to be rather difficult, if not outright impossible, to sort of come out of this, even with a River's Rebuke. Although it could, if River's Rebuke hit something crazy, we were doomed, I guess. But it would have to go, like, crazy. Yeah, they named this, and I never cast it. I don't know why they did that. Let me reread it. What target opponent's hand especially? Yeah, I'm not sure. It's removal, and they're like, oh, when they go to kill my commander, I will have drawn a card. But you always just want to draw a card sooner. You're going to draw the card regardless. You might as well give yourself access to it early enough. So I would have named Dark Ritual. Or even Chrome Mox. Or even Solitude. This is actually free. So I could just... No, this wasn't my hand at the time. Yeah, interesting line there. Cool. Yeah, I can swords my own card as well if that's for some reason something I'm looking to do. Alright, my room is burning up. I gotta turn my air conditioner on, so... Also, the Diablo 4 season started today, which I would like to take part in. I do enjoy myself a little Diablo 4. A little D4 action going on. Like the filthy 1 hour a day casual I am, because I mean, to be fair, there's not much to Diablo 4, but... Alright, yeah, we're done. Yeah, they took the most expensive card, I guess, for Cascade, but still, it's not... You're not stopping the card from being cast, right? It doesn't matter if it's 4, 10, or 0. You might as well take the card draw as soon as possible, right? It doesn't matter if Utter End is the best card in my hand. It doesn't matter if it's the best card in my hand. Just take the card I'm going to cast, which is like the on turn whatever that was. Like, just take the Dark Ritual. You'll just draw the card sooner. If I ever pick up Dark Ritual, you get to do it again, too. Again, unless that card does something I'm not aware of, but... Yeah, Vexing is symmetrical, so it's, I guess, fine by their standards. Yeah, you just target... You just target the Dark Ritual. I'm not misunderstanding what this does. It doesn't matter that much. It's not a big deal. But my opponent just missed it. They failed to draw a card when they otherwise should have. If that would have mattered to them, maybe it would have. I was at 4. They could have found something scarier to draw and play. The game would maybe just could have panned out differently if they had another card. Well, there's not much of a reason to do an outro for this thing, is there? It's like a midweek thing. I guess I'll do one anyways. It doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be long. It's not bracketed, so Golos plays against everything. There's no Hell Q or anything like that. That is a huge boon to the best commanders. So if you want to play Keenan, you'll probably win all the time. Especially when Keenan can, if you don't want to play Mishra's Bauble. You can just always get Chrome Box with Keenan and just win all of your games ever. Probably better. Chrome Box is definitely, if you're Keenan, gonna be better than Crashing Footfalls. But yeah. But for Golos, the anti-combo tech didn't work, and it loomed in this deck list for too long. I should have been taking it out slowly, and just accept it's always bad when you see it, and just have some of your things like Heist the combo card because it's the only card in their deck type ideas. And just call it a day. You can Swords a combo piece too. That can happen. Vexing can also shut it down. This card, when you're done with it, you can get rid of it. If you want to keep it around and force both players into an honest game, that's valid as well. You can fill your graveyard with random stuff with it as well if you just choose to cast it and have it get countered like Uro or whatever. Delve cards. There's ways to make it uncounterable. Right? I took out Kaimil, but that was one of them. This village as well. Just make the Cascade spell uncounterable, and then have it. But mainly, you can get rid of it when you're done with it. You know, if you Cascade into it, you pass the turn. Your opponent can't Cascade. It goes back to you. It's like, all right, I stifled the Cascade. I'll now get rid of it. If that's the worst it is, fine. You know, if that's how you think it's at its best, okay. You know, you don't have to run it. That's actually still kind of okay. It's like a Stifle that drew a card, and you got it for free off of a Cascade, because it was the Cascade target. Like, I think this is fine. I don't know. You don't have to cast it if you don't want to. You can just not run it. You can not cast it in a matchup where you don't want to cast it. You can get rid of it when you're done with it. It's fine. It's close enough to being free that I think you could just run it and be like, whatever. So, yeah. All of the discounted removal was sweet. The heisting a combo... I actually saw 3. I think there was only 3, or even just... might have been 2. It was either 3 or 2 combo decks. They were all different. But, well, the 2 I can remember are different, but I feel like there was a third. But the 2 I played were different. One of them, I could not heist a combo piece. So, yeah, attacking against combo is making every other thing you play against much more tedious and painful, so... yeah. And knowing me, every time I talk about not running counterspells in Cascade, someone at some point, whether it's the comments or whatever, someone's like, well, you should just run these 2 or 3. Like, just do it. You're not going to hit them all the time. It's fine. You'll have them in hand sometime. And then, what do you know? Wash Away is my only counterspell, and I hit it every single time. Wash Away was in here, hit it all day. So, like, alright, I'm over it. I'm not doing counterspells. Remand and Reprieve were not backbreaking, but still not the greatest things to hit off of your own stuff. I would say, like, reprieving your Uro is like, oh, okay, I guess, but honestly, it's not worth it to me. It just wound up not feeling worth it. It is card advantage, but it's not worth it. It's goofy card advantage. At that point, I just play Mana Drain, let it eat my spell, and potentially get the mana to do something next turn. Assuming you cast Mana Drain on your second main phase and didn't just destroy yourself for no reason. The color thing was fine, right? No red or light red is reasonable. Nicol Bolas ended up coming in here. You're never really color screwed when you're playing Golos. That's not anything new. You can always find the world tree. Or just fetch for triomes and be fine. Play green and be fine. So, I like this. This is fun. I'm very glad that the vast majority of the things I played against were not combo. That is quite nice. But it's early into it, so maybe like come Thursday it'll be nonsensical with everyone just like playing a deck, playing lands and not paying attention. Like, oh, did they kill me before I got the combo? No, combo. Like, no one cares. They just want their wins for the day. Honestly, I might even do that. Who knows? But yeah, can recommend. This is fun. I like this format when it's not combo central. It's fun to have the cascade triggers. I think they're interesting. It could push aggro into the stratosphere, but I haven't seen a lot of successful hyper aggro in Historic Brawl for a while. It's a lot of really scary things people are doing turn one. So it's kind of cool to see aggro have like a place where it's like really just blasting people. But Crashing Footfalls is a huge boon to that idea. If it wasn't for like one or two cards, quote unquote, it wouldn't be as like insane. But the fact that you always get them is nuts. All right, that's it. I don't know if I'm going to make... I don't think I'm going to play Magic again until after the 4th of July. So, we'll see. If I don't, and you're American, hopefully you enjoy the 4th of July. I'm going to blow up the sky like I do every year and sip on a lot of flammable water. And then I'll probably moan and groan on Saturday and cry in pain.